live. Hello and welcome to Totally Normal Gaming, where a group of totally normal individuals play a game of totally normal Dungeons and Dragons.
It's true.
Yeah. How's everybody doing?
So good.
Good. Excellent. I like that. Is Zerwin you happy because your Bills won today?
Yeah, I didn't get to see any of the game because I couldn't get Fox to work on any of my devices. So
Can I teach you about the internet later?
yeah, I went on the internet. I couldn't get it.
Oh, really? I have a free site that you can get it from.
I should just get an antenna.
Right?
Is what I should do.
that would be pretty amazing.
That's what Eric
It's
has.
the opposite of learning about the internet.
But if it works, it's even better. Technically,
In a way, isn't it really learning about the internet, though?
yeah, touche. All right, so I said I've got a surprise everyone today. That is that I'm figured out a way to bring the featured artist into channel with us. And I think I can do this nearly seamlessly. So the first thing I'm going to do is check to make sure they exist. They do. And the second thing I'm going to do is share their art, which is this piece here.
Oh yeah.
Right? It's pretty sweet. All right, now I'm gonna drag. Let's see if I can drag this person into channel with us.
Taranchikar, guardian of the whole.
Yeah, Taranchikar. I kind of like that. Hey, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yay, we have a featured
Hello.
artist in channel with us,
Oh,
ladies
man,
and gentlemen, and
danger.
people of
Welcome.
all kinds.
Get ready for a real grilling.
Yeah,
Oh no.
it's gonna be terrible. All right, so first of all, I haven't looked at this since I first picked it out, but I'm noticing new things right away, which is that I didn't kind of realize before, which is that there are other cars dropping in the background on something with a flag, which looks like it may be a base of some sort. You
Yeah,
guys
the
see that?
flag is of a base way in the background, and the cars are just kind of floating there in that kind of like ley line energy sink.
Mhm.
I don't really know what it is, but there's a bunch
Mhm.
of cars just floating around in the game.
You're talking to a group of ley line experts here.
Really?
Yeah. You spent a lot of time floating near flags.
Okay, so is this car thing sentient in any way?
I don't know if it's sentient. So this is from a game called Wuthering Waves. It's a gacha like Genshin Impact where you wish for characters. And the main character is who you see standing in front of the car monster. And I don't think they're sentient. They're just kind of aggressive creatures. And it's kind of a mystery of what they're all about.
So
But yeah.
she's clearly holding a lightsaber without a handle, which would burn her hand off. So there's a continuity error here immediately.
This is not
Well, I think it's just a light sword. A sword that
Yeah.
emits light.
All right.
Exactly. I mean, like, a continuity error would be clearly the transmission of this car is fucked. And so, like, how does it generate power?
I think it's the creature inside.
This is
Oh,
by
creature.
spite and
So
hunger.
wait, is the creature using the car as some sort of carapace or defense?
It seems to be the case, yes.
That's amazing. Is the creature defending the hole?
This thing back here, you mean like the portal?
Is it a?
Yeah,
Is it
I don't know what that is. It's like some inverse sun that's in the sky that you can see like way in the distance. I really don't know what it is, but I thought it looked really cool.
It looks awesome.
It is pretty cool. How did you make this piece of art?
Well, I took a lot of screenshots from the game and used them as reference. And the grass was the hardest part, I think, even though it looks very simple, but I used a grass brush just because you cannot paint that many lines. But for the rest of it, I used like a gouache type brush. So this is obviously a digital image. So it simulates what a gouache paint might look like.
So you're saying egg wash paint, right? Like eggs that you eat and wash like you do with your hands, and then you add paint to it. Is that correct?
I don't think so.
Because that's
Gouache is like a mixture between acrylic and watercolor paint.
got so much less delicious than egg wash paint.
Yeah, I don't think you
Well,
should.
have you tried that kind of paint? Because
Touche, touche.
I don't know that that's true.
You're correct. You're correct. I'm gonna.
I always
No,
considered you a paint consumption expert, Bill, but this is really
this is embarrassing on my part. I
this
should
is
know better
really
than to make those assumptions. So listen, this is fantastic. Do you have?
this is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. Do you have any sort of you know, thing that you can link in Discord or put in the
Is that
chat?
fresh cut basil? There's an @fresh_cut
Yes, I
basil.
can give you the link. What channel should I post it in?
You should put it and promote yourself in the Discord. You should also put it in the Twitch chat right
All right,
now
I can do that.
so that everyone
All
can
right.
find anything else of yours that they might want to find later on.
I would love to see like a rogues gallery of vehicular monsters.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would also
would-
like to see a rogues gallery of delicious paints.
You would.
They do have another monster along the same vein that is a traffic light, and it's really funny. Just like this little traffic light with arms and legs that runs around at you.
That sounds terrifying.
It does
It
sound
is.
bad.
It is.
Well,
Is that
so
like funny, creepy, like funny, like horrible?
It's
Hmm.
literally the worst version of Red Light, Green Light, the children's game.
oh, good one, Zerwin.
Just the light turns red and it stops chasing you.
If you move, it just eats you, right? Just an arm comes out and grabs you. Yeah.
So people
Terrifying.
don't realize though that like traffic lights look small because they're hanging up there, but they're actually fucking enormous and really heavy. And if they fell on your car, terrible things would happen to both your car and you if you were in it. So I
Yeah,
don't know
they're
if
like
that's reflected in the painting or not.
no, they're like 20.
Why would I be in my car at a traffic light, though? The way that you phrase that, if you were in it, I wouldn't be.
Well, I mean, someone
Good
else
point.
could be in your car. I'm just saying.
Oh,
All right. Thank you so much for joining us and for talking about this.
Thank you for having me. I hope you have a good D&D session.
no, we won't.
Cheers. All right. You have a good night.
This is so cool.
You as well. Good night.
Bye.
Hey, did Discord change its noises because they seem
Yeah.
to have like a reverb?
Yes,
It's
I'm getting that too.
Halloween.
Is that what it is? Is it a themed thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Halloween
I-
themed.
because echoes are scary.
I hate it so
It's
much.
your own voice coming back to you. Nothing frightens me more than myself.
Okay. That was great. I want to bring the artists into channel with us every time now. That was
This is
fantastic.
really good.
Yeah.
They did a really wonderful job of putting us up with us being real a-holes.
Yeah. No, that was fantastic. Gillis, did you get a trim on the beard? You look dapper tonight.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it looks good. Okay, let's recap what happened last week because some stuff happened last week that may or may not be literally world changing for the world that you're in. Who remembers?
I remember we killed some innocent bystanders who look like demons.
Yeah, I reject the notion of them being innocent bystanders because they looked like demons.
They
And
did
they
look like
did.
demons.
Attack us.
They did not.
They did not.
I don't
They're
know.
like part of a crew, you
Well,
know.
I didn't kill them. Gelatus did, so
True.
Happy
That's also
Smelvis.
true.
Uh,
We basically killed a couple of fiends for being fiends. Owen started it, but to be fair, Owen's always right, and
mark it down.
mark it down. And then we spoke with the dead, and the person was like, "Why did you do this to me?" And we were like, "Oops!" And then they became dead again. And then we
I
sat down
think
with Skip.
just
I leave you guys alone for 2 hours, and we start killing innocents.
Look,
Yeah.
they looked real not innocent. All
There
right,
was
that's all I'm gonna say.
there was a great moment when Dirk was like, the first question for Speak with Dead was, "Are you okay?" It's pretty.
You gotta check.
That was
You
10
gotta
out of
check.
10.
And then we like sat down with Skip, and we were like, Skip, you should be emperor. And Skip was like, and we were like, okay, but like we don't have other options. And Skip was like, and eventually he like started talking real low and slow, and I got bored by him, but I think it's gonna work. And then Lucius is going to talk to Helio Cragfire, which is an actual sentence. And we're going to try to turn the Legion
Leo
with
Cragfire.
Skip. Helio Cragfire.
That's King
It's-
Helio Cragfire.
It's a normal name. All right, learn it. And then Armoros comes out with a bunch of monsters. And
You're missing something real important there.
Yeah, you forgot the flying danger noodle that showed up and got eaten by the demon.
I'm not forgetting it. That was just for dramatic effect.
Ah, sorry. Yes, of course. Sorry to interrupt.
So a flying danger noodle came out and got eaten by a demon.
I assume some sort of snake then.
It was a Fey nature god. He forgave us for killing his little dudes. And then Armoros came out and ate him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like it's gonna be bad.
I
Bit
think
his head
I
off.
think the lesson in all of this is that forgiving the spicy oranges is the last thing you do before you die.
It's fatal 100% of the time.
Yeah, it's just the most lethal thing you can do. Is,
Okay.
So there's a couple other things I just want to fill in there. That was beautifully put. A couple notes,
Yeah.
if I might. So there was a shouting match between Dirk and Skip.
yeah, and he
Um,
was like
they,
the whole time, but shouting. It was awful.
Dirk managed to anger Skip enough to yell. There was also Armoros didn't just pop through; he came through with the nightmare and a literal army of like shadow beings. And also Bundo turned into some sort of crazy ninja light thing and killed a bunch of things. And
So how did we survive this?
good
Haven't
question.
yet.
Or
They
am I
didn't
dead?
care
Did I come
about
back
us.
to being dead?
Plot armor.
Oh,
They didn't care about us. They were
That's the
like
answer.
doing
The
their own thing.
forgiveness of the danger noodle shielded us.
They actually, you weren't the target, and they didn't really give a shit about you. In fact, most of the players were trying to get to like eventually you sort of converged and like formed a defensive ring. Kimiko, which is the fox lady, she was there also. She was protecting the corpses. Anyway, once Armoros ate the literal god after a prolonged battle, he turned younger and then left, but he left you a note, which I posted in both the players only channel and in the downtime channel. And so you are left in the aftermath of the death of a god, watching the nightmare recede into the earth and disappear.
Hey, Ezra, does that god like what kind of portfolio does it have? Should we be concerned that that demon now has it?
A portfolio?
Like what are they
Like,
the
like
god
a
of?
dossier?
Yeah, what are they the god of?
Ezra frantically Googles.
I did tell you a little bit last time. Yeah, he's a a
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
He was a god of
Mischief and pranks. His
yes, and also the
symbol.
gardeners, right?
Right, yeah. You may have noticed that he appeared as a tiny, thin-bodied dragon with a prehensile tail, gossamer butterfly wings, and a huge smile.
He's the god of Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
So specifically in this particular realm, in my little homebrew, he is all the things that you can find online, but he is also the god of the gardeners, whose specific job it is to take care of. Well, you haven't actually learned all those things yet, but you know they have a
Zerwin
specific
said,
role, and you met a couple.
Forrest Gump's now I have to say, by law, you ain't got no head, Lieutenant Nair Skayak.
Right? Wasn't Forrest Gump a gardener?
A gardener?
No, he was
No.
a football player and ping
Sure.
pong
Trooper.
genius.
He fucking retired and became a gardener.
Oh, he did mow the lawns. That's right. Afterwards.
I didn't watch that far into that
counts.
movie.
I think that being the guy on the riding lawnmower counts as. Well, maybe he prays to that god. Maybe.
Not anymore, because it's fucking dead.
When a god dies,
Mischief
can
and
you no
pranks.
longer pray to it?
It's a really good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
Christians pray to God all the time, and he's dead.
Nietzsche said so.
All right, moving this along.
Now,
Yeah,
can we dwell on this for like 10 to 15 more minutes?
Okay,
Who
so
else can I piss off?
I don't know if you cleared that one with the spicy orange marketing team.
It's all
exactly.
tricks, no treats.
Who's Skip's god? Let's get in on that guy.
Okay. Ezra explains a little bit more about Nair Skayak to Gelidus.
he is not like a demigod. He is not a half god. He is a full-fledged god. He is powerful, or was. There is a piece of paper on the ground.
I pick it up because everything belongs in my pockets.
Obviously, it's a fairly large sheet of paper, and yeah, our chat has some great things to say about dead gods. By the way, you're correct, chat. It has on it the message that you see in Discord, right? Do you need me to read it, or can you read it out loud yourselves, or to yourselves? And then
I see it.
it also has on it a mark. It's a very odd little mark, and everyone can make a check on this. What kind of check should you have to make on this? Ezra, you can roll an advantage once you figure out the check you're going to make. Sorry, I should have looked this up beforehand.
That it's going to be athletics. That's my worst one.
No. Everyone can make either an insight check or an arcana check, whichever works better for you. And Ezra, you get to roll at advantage.
Nat 1.
Insight
Nice.
or Arcana.
Correct.
I rolled an 18.
28.
21.
I rolled a 15. Oh, it's dawn, so we had our long rest. Yeah, I'll just go with a 15.
Okay.
Did we get a long rest?
Yes. Yes, you did. Who rolled the 21?
Dirk.
Dirk, you've seen this marking before. You've seen this marking when you were looking over Ezra's shoulder as he was reading his demon book.
Yo,
Better than 21.
Oh,
So
what'd you
I
get,
got
Jana? You get the same thing.
28.
Yeah, same thing.
Did you have to roll a 20 to get it?
20 or higher, yeah.
Okay.
Ezra, that was in your book.
What do you mean?
The marking. Do you see that? It was in your book.
What do you mean?
Do you remember where it was in the book? Why? Hey, have you been reading my book?
No, just over your shoulder. It was in your book.
You don't even know the language. How have you been reading
don't-
the book?
I'm not saying I read it. I can recognize shapes. Why are you making this hard? I'm
All
saying
right.
I recognize a shape.
Okay. Ezra looks more closely and squints at the paper. Do I now recognize the shape?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Now that he points it out, you're like, oh yeah, God damn it, he's right. I hate it when Dirk is right.
Why
Not
don't
wrong about that.
role play? Don't role play for Ezra.
Sorry, you're right.
So what's it look like?
I don't know. It's a weird ass infernal symbol, but you
What's it
definitely have
mean?
seen it before.
Ezra,
It's the symbol for specific ritual.
just any specific ritual? So like you put this and then it means it's going to be a specific ritual? Or
In the book,
yeah.
there's a section about specific rituals, and this page was torn from your book in the section about specific rituals.
Oh, so this is the page that he tore from the book. I thought he took it with him.
Would you like to look in the book and find out?
Sure. Ezra procures the book because fucking God would have taken it from me if he wanted to.
The whispers like sort of seep out of the ground around you. It sounds like a million tiny whispered calls for help all at once.
Can we all hear it or just Ezra?
This time, everybody hears it. Ezra, it's pretty normal for you, but everyone else, it's goddamn terrifying. And the book opens right to the page that's missing. And you can, yeah. You can see
Right.
that it's supposed to fit in there.
All right. You parasitic, life-sucking book. You want that page back? Ezra's asking the book.
Yeah, it's not really responding in the way
All
that it
right, well,
normally does. You do get a sense of hunger, though.
okay. We'll talk later. Ezra slams the book shut, stows it, picks up the page, and stows that in a different place in his pack.
Okay. The power of the book seems to have revealed something on the other side of the page of Amoros's note.
Oh, hey. While we're at it, let's read that.
There is a description here, and it's in a handwriting that matches the handwriting on the other side of the page. It says, ritual to consume a god. And then it goes to list all the things that he will need to complete this ritual. They include 2 or more of the god's followers, 2 or more of Armoros's followers. Both sets of followers need to be dead within 24 hours. Death rituals need to be performed simultaneously on both sets of followers by practitioners of those faiths. Then the calling of the specific god in question to a specific place previously set aside as ritualed and bordered, and then the death of the god in question and the consumption of its body.
I mean, he didn't eat the whole body, right?
Oh no, he ate the whole body.
Does it say what the outcomes from consuming a god are?
Yes. Armoros's basic handwriting here says, I need to destroy this page because if anyone else basically figures out how to do this, the tipping of power would be tremendous.
But he didn't destroy the page. He tore it out of the book. We saw him destroy the page, correct?
Ooh.
I don't know. What do you all think?
Sounds like he's pretty careless.
Why do you carry a book that's got this information in it, Ezra?
Because if I leave it behind, I die.
Worth it.
Were we gonna do something about that, or at least try?
Yeah. The last time we tried, I was told that there wasn't much I could do. Maybe you could. Do you want to try to remove curse it? Or me? Remove curse me.
I could try.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? You roll a 1 and we all get sucked into a nightmare hag
I'm
whirlpool?
so excited for this roll.
Let's
Do
wait.
it.
We'll
Not
wait.
like we
No,
haven't
do it
already
now.
done that.
We'll wait until we've solved the other stuff. All right, so we're making our way back to Drunel Hall? Is that the plan at this point?
There
Yeah, I
was
don't
some,
even. Where are we right now? I don't even know where we are.
We're in the woods.
there was
It's,
some
you know,
talk
it's
of. Sorry.
the
For the
indoor
woods.
version of the outdoors.
Yeah. It's a great big room.
I forgot about
Many
that quote. The woods.
many hallways.
The indoor version of the outdoors. Yeah, there was some talk of accompanying Skip to the Legion, because he needs to oust Bato.
Yeah, we're gonna do that first, and then
Then
we're
you're gonna
gonna
head
go
back
to
to
Drunel
Journal
Hall.
Hall. It's up to
Okay.
you, but that's what you had discussed last time. But I don't, whatever you decide.
Skip, are you still here?
Skip is here.
How
So
are you?
you guys have been sort of like hovered over the book and the note. Bundo has returned to normal Bundo, and he has he has spoken something to Skip, and he says, "I must leave immediately." And he puts Tiberius on his back and says, "Hang on tight." And then he
Hops
leaps,
off.
leaps 100 feet into the air and fucking disappears.
Yeah, probably looks like a space shuttle launch.
Like
or
it actually
something.
disappears, or just like leaps, so we can no longer see him far
Out
away.
of your field of vision.
Okay.
Pardon my turn of phrase there. Kimiko was over the two corpses. She looks exhausted.
Hey,
She's
did you get a chance to talk to Bundo?
who are you talking to?
Kamiko.
No, but I know where he will return for me. I will
Okay, do you
stay
need
and
a
guard the
hand?
bodies. Some water would be nice. Do you have some water?
Yeah. Ezra, yeah, Ezra gives Kamiko some water. I'm not gonna cast a spell to do it.
She,
What were you gonna cast?
Shape water.
You just have water though.
Yeah, but I mean,
No,
Why-
it would have been cooler. It
why
would've
solve
been
problems
cooler.
ordinary ways when you have magic?
Just shape water into Kamiko's face.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the worst thing that could happen is we all get sucked into a nightmare whirlpool
Yeah,
of hag demons.
you just make a water burger in front of her face, and she could just chew
Yeah.
on it.
Then I could cast prestidigitation to make it taste like whatever I wanted. It could taste like a Krabby Patty.
You know,
Like-
I gotta be honest.
do,
We should do this.
do you have to know what a Krabby Patty tastes like in order to use prestidigitation to make it taste like something else?
No, it's magic. That's not how magic works.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
I don't know if I agree with that. That is sometimes how magic works.
No. No, I
No.
can make it taste like anything. I don't need to know what the thing tastes like.
So you could make it taste like dinosaur steaks.
Are you presenting the position that magic that Ezra casts comes from Ezra's mind? Because I outright disagree.
I think Ezra's very clever. Okay,
Yeah, you
so
can flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour. It doesn't say any limits about what the flavor is.
Any flavor that you personally have intimate knowledge
Just-
of.
Ezra like points at everyone as if he's been cornered. You're all so lucky I haven't made all of your meals taste like dog shit this whole time.
That's not luck. That's just decency.
Yeah, why would you do that?
You're
All
lucky
right.
I am basically decent, is what he's
And
saying here.
What
I
we do
feel
to
bad
you?
for being the one who's causing all the delays tonight. Okay.
Weaponizing not being a d-bag.
Yeah.
Okay, so right, you give her some water. This is supposed to be a serious moment, but fuck, I can't say in character at all. She's exhausted. In the battle, she managed to somehow call down some like, ethereal plane into the primal plane in order to protect the bodies and herself in that little space. And it has clearly taken a lot out of her. Um, and she's now basically saying, Bundle will send someone for me in the bodies. You should go on. And thanks you for the water.
You're welcome. All right,
We
Skip.
should go on.
Do you know how to track a legion?
Lucius says, I know where they are.
Oh, Lucius is still here. He hasn't run off to meet with Cragfire.
Do we need to care about the Legion anymore? Should we go after Armoros?
Listen, to be honest, I didn't care about them to begin with.
I thought that the whole plan was to try to get the Legion with Skip so that Skip could take over so that we could beat Armoros.
Yeah. Well, there's a few steps between so we could beat Armoros and getting Skip in charge of the Legion.
You know I don't do intermediate steps.
You're right. I do know that about you. I'm sorry. I'll keep track of those.
Thank you.
Yep.
Very well. So, I'll guide you all, Lucius says. We can either go back to the road and follow the road to the Legion, or we can cut over land here. Which would you prefer, Skip?
Which is faster.
Cutting overland is shorter. If we had horses, it might be fast to go to the road, but since we're on foot, probably just going overland.
Perfect.
Okay.
Difficult terrain doesn't slow my group's travel, just so you know.
Oh yeah, you have a ranger with you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is
Also,
horse
Bundo. It
difficult
sounds
terrain?
like Bundo could have just hop, skipped, and jumped us there pretty quickly.
Do you think Bundo could have carried all of us at once, though?
I
Maybe
bet
one
it
at
would
a
still
time.
one at a time. It'd still be quicker. See how fast he got out of here? I fucking
Selfish.
sent it.
Selfish.
Okay, so Skip, as you're walking, Skip takes out a cloak with a hood on it from his pack, and he puts it on. When we get to the camp, I will be immediately recognized. But if we can get past the Outriders without identifying me, I don't want Bato to know I'm coming. I want to surprise Bato. Once we get to the gates, I'm going to need to reveal myself for all of us to get in. Well, Lucius could probably get us in, but if you could not mention me to the Outriders that intercept us, that would be great.
Sure.
Once we get in the camp, I'm going to go directly to the commander's tent. We'll probably see Agricola there as well. We'll definitely see Bato. I need to do this by myself. If you want to deal with anybody else, that's your business. But Bato, everyone needs to see, all of the rank and file need to see me deal with Bato by myself in order for this to work. Clear? All right.
Yeah.
You sort of come out of the the woods, the sort of coniferous, pine tree area up by the mountains fades slowly into the deciduous trees of the hills and valleys. It's turning out to be a really nice day, sunny and clear, almost like the death of a god didn't just happen, and the nightmare didn't just rise from the ground and spew forth hundreds of demons.
Mhm.
Birds and plants and animals do the things they always do in early autumn, and the going is easy. Dirk picks a good path for everyone, with Lucius to tell him which direction to go. You come out on some like broad grasslands that have naturally formed on these plains between hills, sort of wide river valleys that get flooded too often for there to be heavy trees. And just up from that, a little ways on a little plateau, is where the encampment is. Like all legionary encampments, it was put up in a couple of hours using wood and digging ditches, and 5,000 people working in perfect harmony. It has been lived in for more than a day, though, and they've made some adjustments to the fortifications accordingly. There are, again, roughly 5,000 people in the Legion, 5,000 soldiers, but there are also a whole slew of hangers on and camp followers around the outsides of the actual encampment and on the outsides of the ditches in the fortifications. You are intercepted at probably a half a mile, like as soon as you come out of the woods, by a couple of riders. Lucius sort of steps forward. Ah, Sejanus, I've brought friends. We need to speak with Bato. We have important news. The rider looks you all over. Um, are these Empire citizens, Lucius? I need your names, friends, if friends you be.
Dirk.
Do you make that great face?
Yeah.
I be
We're-
Zerwin.
Ezra Briarhip. We're all from the Radiant Citadel. We've come a long way.
Never heard of it, but I know it's not in the Empire. Lucius says, "Don't make me pull rank here." And the rider says, "Fine, fine. Go ahead." He's gonna make a roll to see if he recognizes Skip. Okay. All right. As you approach the gates, they're open right now, but there are guards posted. It's just the way that you might imagine any military encampment is. There are guards posted on the walls, there are guards posted at the gates. It's busy. Um, there are soldiers drilling. There are soldiers gathering water. There are soldiers bringing in supplies. There are camp followers trying to sell the soldiers things, trying to ask them for things. There are commanders yelling at rank and file. There is rank and file grumbling about commanders. Everything's running very smoothly, but it's big and loud and noisy and messy. And despite the noise and like seeming chaos, everything is in perfect rows, perfectly straight. All the tents are in perfect straight rows. All the logs are cut perfectly. The ditches are dug exactly the way they're supposed to be. There is some serious engineering that went into this sort of like planning to be able to put this up in 3 hours. Um, you are stopped at the gate, and Lucius says, "I have someone that needs to speak with Bato here." And the guards say, "Sure, yep, in you go." And it's clear that Lucius commands some either respect or fear here. The people who like come up to check on you all seem to like look at him first and sort of like acknowledge the like authority that he wields. For his part, Lucius doesn't seem he seems perfectly at home here. There's like a main street that leads from the gate directly in to the center of the encampment, and then off the side to the center of the encampment is a much larger tent. As you are approaching, as you're walking through the like main street, Skip takes off his cloak and his hood, and at first like nothing happens, but then people start to recognize him, maybe one or two, and there's like murmurs, and then a couple more here, and then a couple more there, and even though the camp is only 500 yards across, um, by the time you reach that center, not 500 yards, 200 yards across, by the time you reach that commander's tent, there is a group sort of following you. Skip walks up, and you see a young, good-looking, clean-cut man, um, brown hair, brown eyes, shorter than Skip, a little stockier, but with like a real intelligence about him. He walks up and clasps forearms with Skip. Skip! By the gods, I never thought I'd see you here. How are you? And Skip says, Agricola, you look well. Gods, how old are you? 18? 22, asshole. Old enough. And Skip grins and slaps him on the shoulder. I'm glad you're here. And Agricola says, I'm glad you're here. We are in way over our heads. We're isolated. Our supply line's going to be cut off any moment, and I have orders to keep going forward. I've managed to delay Bato, and at that moment, the flap is thrown open, and out strides Quintus Bato. Just in case y'all forgot what Quintus Bato looks like.
Oh yeah, look at that guy. So this is the same legion that the Emperor brought with him to Journal Hall.
It is. This is the first legion, and it is composed of mainly battle-hardened veterans. Soldiers who have fought in numerous skirmishes against pirates and raiders and, the occasional influx of terrible things. Bato strides out. Skip. Hold on, let me just get to the part here. Skip turns and faces him. Bato, wearing his like ceremonial garb. Cornelius, you must surrender. You must put down your arms and your rank now, and turn yourself in. I will bring you to your brother, and you will face judgment. Judgment for what, Bato? Abandoning your command and conspiring to kidnap the heir to the empire. And you all know Skip well enough now to see that, that last one he didn't see coming. He knew his brother was going to, try to fuck him up on something. He did leave his post to go after his nephew, but conspiring to kidnap his nephew, to kidnap Tiberius, that stings. There is a second of pregnant silence, and you all notice there is a crowd of soldiers gathering around. They're giving a safe distance, but there's already probably 50 or 60, and they're continuing to sort of pour in. You don't have to do this, Bato. You can put this all aside. You know this is wrong. you can still save your reputation and save the Empire. Turn your command over. Come with me. We can make this right. I have my orders, Cornelius. As a member of the royal family, you should be able to think about your reputation. And besides, you should know better than anyone. I cannot disobey my orders. What is my life without my orders? Bato, you are practically a member of the royal family yourself. You have served the Empire and my family for more than 50 years. Don't throw it all away on the madness of my brother. Look around you. He sent you here to die. He sent all of you here to die. You risk not only the lives of every soldier here, but your own reputation and honor, and the future of the Empire itself. The future of the Empire is with the Emperor, and our hopes that he makes a new heir. No, Skip says. Tiberius lives. And I swear to you, I will see him become emperor, or I will die trying. There's a collective murmur from the crowd, which is still swelling past 100 now. The legionnaires and soldiers are obviously shocked to hear that Tiberius is alive. Bato sort of senses the turn, like things might have been balancing on a knife's edge, but the idea that Tiberius is alive, that Skip has pulled him out of the nightmare and pledged to see him as emperor, has really changed the landscape here. Bato stands straighter. Guards, arrest that man, and he points at Skip. Bring him into custody. We must take him to the emperor. But no one moves, and the handful of Praetorians that surround Bato don't do anything. Bato, please. You are like an uncle to me. My whole life, you taught me about duty and honor.
I don't do that in game.
Oh, on!
Just you said duty.
Okay. Then Bato grabs his own gladius and unsheaths it. There's a definite movement, right? But Skip holds up his hands. Stop, stop. Because the guards around him, once Bato drew his sword, it looked like several people wanted to step in between Skip and Bato. You must come with me to see the Emperor. Bato, I'm giving you new orders now. Are you preventing me from fulfilling my orders, Cornelius? Bato, I will give you orders now. Come with me. Help restore peace to the Empire. Install Tiberius. Serve the family and the Empire. Bato, his facial expression has not changed this whole time. He salutes Skip with his non-sword hand, and he says in a low voice, I need everyone to make a perception check to see if they can hear what he says.
Roll a 9.
Unnatural 20.
Hey.
25.
19.
Unnatural, non-natural, combined 20, dirty 20. That's what I meant.
27.
Everyone but Zerwin hears him say, in a low voice, "You always were my favorite lad." And then he dives to the ground and falls on his sword, and his sword jams up under his sternum, and there's like a spasming as blood starts to come out of his mouth. And Skip like, "No!" and he like jumps forward, and he like grabs, like, as Bato like loses strength, he like cradles Bato's head. "Ah, you fucking old fool, you old fool." And Bato says, "Take care of the boy." And that's it.
Galadus, you wanna get in there and bring him back?
I mean, I can if you want to.
Skip, do you want us to try to heal him?
Heal him? Sure. Heal him.
All right. I go over and I cast.
Ezra stands back.
I will go over and cast a spell to bring him back.
All right. What are you going to cast? Revivify?
Yes, I believe that's what I've got. Gotta find what level it is. I rolled a 16.
Hold on.
20.
Hold on. So, as you step forward, Lucius puts his hand on your shoulder, Galadus.
I
Skip.
look up at him.
Skip. He'll find another way to kill himself. This is his honorable move. You have to let him make this decision. And Skip opens his mouth and then closes it. And then closes his eyes. And then nods. Then he stands up. All around him, there's like that ring of soldiers is now probably 300 people. It's dead silent. The busy, bustling, noisy encampment, you can hear the tent flaps rustling in the breeze. Skip turns and he pulls the gladius, the ceremonial gladius you see now, out of Bato's sternum, and he holds the sword up. This is the last blade that my brother will cast into a servant of the Empire. And then he throws it on the ground and he says, "We must return. We must return home, and we must save our own land." There's like a moment when nobody says anything, and then Agricola says, "For the Empire!" And there is an immediate response from 400 people, "For the Empire!" And then Skip says, "For the Empire." Then it's like nothing happened. All the soldiers just turn around and start working again. Skip turns to Agricola and says, "We have to be ready to leave by nightfall. Before then, if possible, how soon can we get pulled up and ready to move?" Agricola says, "Soon. I'm good on it right now." Skip nods. He turns to two of the Praetorians and says, "I want him," he points to Bato, "I want him to come with us. Clean him up, get him ready to travel." And they nod and pick up Bato's corpse and carry him to the tent. And Skip starts just rattling off orders. He's talking about logistics and supplies and movement, and he wants a full accounting of everything they have and who is with them. He wants to see all the officers. It's like This is a totally different person. Then he stops as he's walking into his tent, and he turns to you all and says, "You should restock. Also, get horses. They'll speed your travels." And Lucius. And Lucius salutes Skip. "Take the cavalry. Ride east with our friends. Intercept the force that's coming north. And do your thing." Lucius salutes again. And then Skip goes into the commander's tent.
Do your thing.
Lucius turns to you all and says, "Shall we?"
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. The camp, as it is going about its business, takes almost no notice of you now. And there are little like murmurs behind your back that you are the people that brought Skip back to the Legion. The cavalry tents are towards the western gate with the horses. There are roughly 300 cavalry, but they have about 150 extra horses. Lucius escorts you to the sort of makeshift stables and requisitions you all horses to speed your travel. He says, "I'm going to need about 2 to 3 hours to get the cavalry ready. You should eat, drink, and refill what stores you might need. There are weapons, ammunition, and if you go out into the camp followers area, they sell all sorts of things." Questions? He turns
I don't have
around.
any.
And he walks away.
You guys want to go buy stuff?
That sounds fun. I don't
Um,
know if they'll take our money.
hey, Bill, how often is my axe eating? Is it once per long rest? Does it eat a magical item?
Nope, it's me rolling a dice.
Okay. And so you'll just let me know when it eats something?
Oh yeah, you have that. We should talk about this afterwards. But yeah, you have a quiver of magical bolts that you bought, right? Or
Yeah,
javelins.
I have a bunch of javelins. I haven't like deleted one because you haven't said
You
anything
need
to
to
me about
delete
it.
4.
4. Okay.
It's a lot of javelins.
I have a shit ton of them.
Is Jana's amulet glowing?
No.
Figured if we're gonna check up on stuff.
In the stables?
No,
No
like,
demons
is there one
here.
asking about none of these horses are demons dressed up as horses?
Um, so are we shopping right now? Is that what we're doing?
If you like.
Can I find the brewer, please?
You can't just say you want to go to the pub and call it shopping because it's a brewer.
So, bad news is, Zerwin, no one is brewing beer along the way. The good news is they brought a shit ton of wine.
Good.
Like,
I'll fill up a couple. I'll buy a few flagons worth.
there's a sort of like crusty old man selling the wine. "Yeah, you want to buy half a keg? Yeah.
How am I gonna? How much is that? Is that something I could carry on a horse?
No. I mean, probably not.
No, I want to buy as much as I can reasonably carry on our cavalry trip.
Riding horses, eh? I used to ride horses when I was a young lad myself. Loved riding horses. I was very good at it too. I would warn you, don't drink too much. The horse will throw you off, and you'll be too drunk to stop it. Fine state you'd be in, riding piss drunk with the Empire's cavalry.
Fuck this guy.
What if the horse drinks?
Terrible idea. Horses cannot hold their liquor at all.
Even worse than if we drank.
Yes, probably.
I'm not buying wine for my horse. I'm buying it for me.
Sure. Yes. Well, we have some delicious vintages here.
I'll take it.
Okay. He will sell you 5 skins of wine.
Okay.
For
How much?
5 gold per skin.
Okay, so 25
which is
gold.
an outrageous price.
Yeah, that's okay.
We can
It's
afford
okay
it.
with him too. He's like, oh, yes. Yes. Would you like some cheese as well?
The cheese is free.
The cheese is free.
I'll take some cheese then, yes.
Yes, man. Yes,
It's
you
probably
should say
American.
so.
It's free.
Alright. I need to add items.
He hands you a small wheel of thick rounded hard cheese.
It's just Baby Bell, isn't it? It's just a one trick or treat fucking Baby Bell.
Fuck.
It's like the size of like a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember how crispy those crusts used to be?
They were just so good. This Pizza Hut was
They
my
were
favorite
so-
junk food.
They were so good. What happened to Pizza Hut, man?
I legit miss Pizza Hut.
Now
Are
you
there
all
any
got
viewers of this
is
stream that are
Domino's.
old enough to remember that?
I don't know. Hey, chat. Does anybody in chat remember Pizza Hut and personal pan pizzas?
I think the problem, Kyle,
can
is
walk-
that-
You can walk to Pizza Hut from my house.
no, yeah,
Pizza Hut
no.
still
Every
exists,
single
but
one
the-
in Vermont has shut down. There's like
also-
one in the entire state.
They have also
the deep
restarted their
dish-
pizza buffet.
Oh, they restarted the buffet. But do they do the deep dish crispy? That where the edges and it's just fluffy and crispy and also Pizza Hut?
I
They
always
still do
get I always get the stuffed crust if I order from there.
that? There's something wrong with you, man.
Oh shit! Mormon Disco Ball joined us today. It's fucking awesome. What's up, Mormon Disco Ball? And Mormon Disco Ball, by the way, is
Yeah,
more
the
of our
Book It
age and
program.
remembers the Book It program, which I had forgotten about until
Yeah.
he just mentioned it right now.
Yeah, the personal pan pizza.
Sure.
Oh,
Well,
that's right. If you
huge.
read 10 books, they
Taught
would
more
give you
kids to
pizza.
read.
yeah, between
But more-
Pizza Hut and Dolly Parton, like that's
Yeah.
like half of our country's literacy.
I just love the idea that you would like go and give a book report to a Pizza Hut manager at 4 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, we taught a lot of Pizza Hut managers how to read too.
No, that's why they needed the book
Nah.
reports because they couldn't read.
That's, this is taking a bad turn. I will not denigrate the fine Pizza Hut managers of this country.
But, yeah, bring back Pizza Hut is what we're saying. There's a whole generation of children growing up now without that like treasure in their life.
But anyway, so it's like a substantially sized wheel of cheese.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Yeah.
big wheel of cheese.
It's bigger than my
So-
head.
So it's worth the gold.
It's like the size of Ezra's back.
Loose. All right.
Okay.
The stables, maybe.
Okay,
Ezra, you've got a personal pan back. That's what you have.
all right. So you, what else do you guys want to buy while you're here, while you're out and out in the boot?
I want magic arrows.
Okay.
Do they have magic stuff here?
You Don't doubt this.
I'm asking.
So you're gonna ask the old man? There's no magic arrow shop, so you're gonna have to ask around.
Yeah, I'm asking around. I'm asking literally everyone.
Magic arrows, eh? I had a magic arrow once. I was very good with a bow when in my younger days. I could shoot
I
from a
turned to somebody
horse.
else. Is there somewhere I could get magic arrows around here?
There's literally only you guys in the wine cellar's tent right now, so you've just turned to Jana and asked her.
I asked Jana, is there somewhere around here?
You should try what is her name of the young woman? She's Spuria Flavius. Yeah.
Spuria Flavius. Great. This is me leaving.
I could turn and shoot from horseback over my shoulder and
I'm
hit an
literally not
apple.
even in the tent anymore.
Have a good day.
I got a little nervous because Spuria sounded familiar, but we don't have it in the notes, so.
I find Spuria Flavia.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
I find her quite charming
That
as
easy. It's the best part of tabletop.
Let's see your roll.
games is it's that easy.
What do I roll?
Just roll a
Perception?
d20.
Just roll a d20.
Yep.
14.
You don't find Spuria. Spoiler alert, no matter what you rolled, I was going to say, you don't find Spuria. You're going to have to
You're a
actually
son
look.
of you're a real son of a bitch. You're going to
Wasted
make
a
me
14.
role play asking more people who are annoying intentionally by you. All right. I turn to another intentionally annoying NPC
Yeah.
and I say, I'm looking for Spuria Flavia.
Yeah, you've turned to a young man who is, you think, churning butter. He turns and says, "Who? Spuria?
Yeah.
Oh, she lives in the fourth tent down that way."
Okay, I go there.
Okay. Oh, where's Spuria's photo? I lost Spuria's photo.
I want to
God.
go too. Wait, are we all going?
I don't know, are you?
Well, I'm going with Dirk. I don't know if everybody else is.
well. Yeah, I'm going.
Un momento. I have Spuria's photo here somewhere. Nope, it's just gone.
You guys notice how Bill just big boyed me about finding Spuria? Just big time. He's like, you're not allowed to just say it. You have to ask the butter churn guy, and then you can go and find Spuria.
Okay, this is Spuria. She is practicing her swordplay outside of her tent. She's currently hacking up a dummy that she, like a wooden dummy that she's built up.
Does she look familiar?
I don't know, does she?
I don't think she does, but I
Oh.
was nervous when I heard the name.
What time of day is it again?
It's morning. Like,
Good
I don't know.
evening. Careful there.
That's actually the
That's
look she
dangerous.
gives you when you say that.
Are you the infamous Jenna? Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. I'm trying to do buying things. This isn't a Sephora.
Okay, fuck you.
That wasn't about you. That was just about me and me going into a Sephora.
Rude to the lady with magic arrows. What's wrong with you?
Oh, okay. What should I say? All right. Good evening. I am looking for magical items. I hear that you may sell them.
She looks around at your group and says, "Are you the..."
Spicy oranges, yes we are.
Yep, that's us.
We're friends of Skip.
Yes.
I am the leader of
You're
the
the
Spicy
she
Oranges.
takes off her helmet. She walks right past you, Dirk. Walks up to Ezra.
It's fucked up.
I saw you in the arena, and I saw in the arena too. You all went into the nightmare, right? You went into the nightmare?
We did.
You did. You did. My brother. Did you see him, Mateus? He has black hair. He has blue eyes. He's probably 10 by now. It's been a couple of years. He was there. He was taken. Was he? Did you see him? Was he there? He's big beautiful eyes. He was by himself. He likes dogs and he likes adventuring in the woods. Did you find him there? Was he there? Did you see anyone like that?
Out of game, he's the kid who was getting eaten, wasn't he?
You don't know.
You didn't stop to look at his beautiful big eyes.
We didn't. In game, we didn't find him. I'm sorry.
But did you see him? Did you see him at all? Did you see anything? He had a toy sword. Did you see the toy sword? Was that in there? Was he? Is it possible he was still walking around? You don't always die when you go in, is what I heard. That's true, right? You don't always die.
No, you're
That
still
is
alive when
true.
you go in, and you stay alive. But
It's a huge world down there. We didn't explore the entirety of it. He may still be alive down there. We didn't find him specifically.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry.
Bill, we didn't. The description. I mean, did we see anybody that matched that description, including the age portion?
She didn't say anything about him being tied to a mattress, did she?
Well, the mattress man is a lot older.
Just based on the age description, it probably wasn't the boy you saw getting eaten by a puppet because he looked to be more like 6 and not 10. But you actually no, you didn't see anyone like that.
And this is still out of game. I mean, our plan is not to go back to the nightmare; it's to destroy the gate to the nightmare, right? This is, I guess, for the whole group, not just Bill.
Armoros, from what
Destroy
we
Umbra.
understand, has brought the nightmare to the Feywild.
To the
Yeah, unless-
Feywild or to Drunel Hall?
To the realm we're in.
Like, there's multiple doors to the nightmare. Like, I don't have much faith in our ability to close all the doors. I feel like we gotta kill that guy and blow this shit up.
Yeah, we gotta beat Armoros, and that'll do like a Thanos thing, where then all of the bad guys die and the good guys live again. In game, I say you guys have seen Avengers, right?
I mean,
Can't say that I have.
out
don't
of
think
game, killing Armoros sounds a lot harder than breaking a door.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if it's breaking,
You
It's
said you
good
wanted
life
a
rule.
magic item, sir.
Yes, we are engaged in a battle to defeat the nightmare, and I would like whatever most potent magical items you have for sale, and I'm willing to pay top reasonable prices.
Of course. Yeah, I have some arrows that I can't use. Would you?
Might you have a light crossbow with a minor magical enchantment and some bolts?
Can I buy the arrows first? I came here specifically for
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that my thing also got included. But yeah, help Dirk first.
Yeah, sure, yeah. There's 21 of them. She hands you a
21.
quiver. Yes, these are generic +2 arrows.
If you have more than 21, I would buy some as well.
Sorry, that's all I have.
All right.
You can, I'll buy them all and you can have 8 of them.
Thank you.
Do you have any javelin +1s?
No javelins. And I don't have a crossbow. I do have a hand crossbow.
That would be more of a roguish type thing, but that's okay.
How much do these arrows cost?
You can have them. I can't use them. Just promise me if you go back in, you'll look for my brother.
I was about to say, there's
Absolutely.
a good chance we'll be going back, and we'll be looking for Mateus.
Mateus. Yeah, Mateus. Tell him Spuria. Uh,
Yep, that we'll keep our eyes and ears open if we go back.
Do you have any other things that we could reward you handsomely for, pay you very well for, that would be helpful? Enchanted items.
well, there's the bow that came with those arrows. You could have that if you want.
Sure.
It's a small bow.
It's a small bow. Jana, do you want that one?
Jana has a pretty good bow, doesn't she?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
got
I
a
guess.
+2.
We got a +5 longbow, so
Oh.
pretty good.
There is actually one other thing. There's people have been turning up. Soldiers have been turning up dead. But not just dead, like turned inside out. It's been 4 nights in a row now.
Where?
That's yeah. So the last one was right over here, and she takes you over to like this spot where there was clearly a lot of blood. Maybe this morning, a couple hours ago. Oh, they just took him away.
Does anyone know where he was?
Yeah, so he had teeth marks on him. Very small, pointy teeth marks. And he'd been out drinking. The soldiers get a rotation, and they get 1 night off a week where they can carouse. They come into our area here. We sell them booze. We gamble with them. We take their money, basically. And then they go back, and they've had their fun, and we've made our money. It's never a problem, ever. There's no witnesses. There was a group of them. He somehow got separated, and yeah, the spot that she's taken you to is like over by a little tiny copse of bushes and trees.
Have all of the soldiers who've died, has it been the same situation where they were out carousing and got separated and turned inside out?
I think so. You should probably talk to the captain of the watch.
And it's
He'll know
been
more.
every night?
4 nights in a row since.
4 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Who did you say we should talk to?
The captain of the watch.
Yeah. It
And did you
sounds like,
Are
I
they?
mean,
Are they?
Ezra probably wouldn't want to help these guys, but it sounds exciting.
Are they? Was there anything else that you could tell us that was similar about the soldiers? They hang out with the same guys.
I really don't know. It's just, scary. They're soldiers, they travel in groups, and yet they've been literally turned inside out.
Is it only happening to soldiers? Has it happened to any of the other
Just
hangers
soldiers.
on?
Well, no, it's only happened to soldiers, but there was some disappearances from the camp followers. You, yeah, you might want to, you know, a flagon of wine, and the captain of the watch will tell you just about anything. I'm going home. I served my time. I'm leaving here. I'm not going to enlist with these evil fucks. I wish Skip were in charge. He was a good man. You all have a good day.
Hey, some breaking news. Skip is in charge.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Skip, he's back. He's in charge.
Yeah, he's in charge now.
What do you mean he's in charge? What about Bato? What about Agricola? How do you even know where Skip is? How do you know
We
this?
brought him back. We brought him here.
Skip was with us.
Yeah, Bato.
Skip went into the nightmare with you?
Yeah,
Did you find
Did-
Tiberius?
yeah.
This is like the first time you've seen anything as resembling a smile. She walks into her tent. You hear her rustling around, and she comes out with an entire set, like an entire kit of Legion, like mismatched Legionnaires armor and weapons. And she goes walking towards the gates.
To leave?
No, to enter the encampment.
Oh, to find Skip and give him that stuff? Probably.
Probably to enlist.
To join.
Oh,
Murder mystery.
yeah. Can we go find the captain of the guard? Because as much as I don't like these fucking Romans, boy, do I love a murder mystery.
So all you need to do is find Scoob. All right. Yeah. You can find the captain of the watch. It's not hard to do. There are two guard outposts. One by the west gate and one by the east gate. You are closest to the west gate, and you can just ask there. And you're in luck because he's in. He's a tall, lithe man. Come in, he says as he's like leaning up against a chair and like seems to be going over some sort of like paperwork. The newcomers. How can I help you?
We were hoping to ask about the deaths of a few of your soldiers over the last 4 nights and the disappearances before that.
Yes. Go on.
We are thinking we might be of some help in trying to solve what's going on and preventing any further deaths.
I will find whoever's responsible and I will kill them. But if you can bring them to me, I will be grateful.
We would, yeah, we'd be interested in that.
Boy, I'm
Excellent.
thirsty. You want some wine?
You have some. I mean, it is turning into a hot day for autumn. I could.
Pull out one of the wineskins, uncork it.
Well, sit down, young lad. Sorry, your name?
Zerwin.
Ah, pleasure.
Are all of the
Crucius.
soldiers in the Legion humans?
This legion is mostly human. We do have a few non-humans.
Were all of the soldiers who died human?
Yes. Sorry, you said your name was purple-haired man.
Zerwin.
Serwin. Cheers to you, Serwin.
Cheers. I pull out another one in my own.
Oh, this is good. Really wets the whistle. You know what I mean? That's a good one.
Sure.
Where'd you did you get that from the old man?
Yeah.
He must like you because he sells me shit. I'll tell you that. He sells me absolute fucking swag is what he sells me. You get the good stuff. Of course, at 1 gold piece of flagon, it seems like kind of a lot.
Sure does. So, what can you tell us about the soldiers who have, been murdered?
Oh yeah, it's been a whirlwind. The means of their discovery has been terrible. Left seemingly out into the open with their guts out, their bodies gnawed on by some sort of small animal, beaten by something massive, just bludgeoned to death, heads collapsed. It's awful. It's truly
And
awful.
no witnesses to any of them?
Nothing. And I have tried bribery and beatings. Nothing.
Were all the soldiers from like the same friend group? Did it all happen where the bodies found
No.
at the same time?
No. We don't. They only get one night out a week, so each one has been a different group, and it's happened the same way every time. They go out, they drink, they have a good time. One of them leaves with a young woman and gone. Except, I know what you're thinking. Why not just find the young woman? But it's been a different woman every time. I found 2 of them, but I can't find the other 2. It's a
What did
mess
what
out
did
there.
those
I'm still looking.
have you? What did the women say? Where are they? Can we talk to them?
Yes, sure. Yeah, go ahead. The one's a professional.
Owen, you want to take the lead here?
I'm a paladin.
Mhm.
Trademark.
Anything else you can tell us? Anything else you found or found strange? Obviously, being turned inside out is strange.
Um, they are. We can't establish a perfect time of death, but it's always very early in the morning. Um, no witnesses. Bodies horribly mangled. Uh, parts of their insides have been missing, as if there's some sort of ritual happening that requires bits of liver or kidney or heart or lungs.
Have the same parts been missing from each body?
No.
Turn and look at us. Say, sounds like we got a little Frankenstein situation going on here.
Who's Frankenstein? I've never met him.
Never mind. All right. Can you point us in the direction of these 2 women, or at least the professional?
Sure. She goes by Cherie. You
All
can
right.
find her. He says a place out in the outer campments.
Thank you. Enjoy that wine.
Yes, come back later. I'll have some more for you.
All right.
I'm lying. I won't have any more.
That's okay. This has been helpful.
All right. So out you all go again.
Yep.
Okay. The place he directs you looks like it's clearly a tent for, people to have sex in, basically.
Words?
Um, there is a sort of like burly man with tattoos sleeping on a stool leaning up against the thing outside. But keep in mind, it's like maybe at 10, 11 in the morning.
sure Owen comes up and says, "Excuse me, good sir."
Yeah, but sadly he's not here. Someone else is gonna have to do it.
Hey.
There you go.
God, that was the most awful. That was really creepy and terrible. Okay. The man snoring starts like, huh? What? It's closed. Jesus Christ, what fucking time is it? Closed! Fuck off! Come back later when it's dark out. Fuck off.
Darren, what time is it?
Hey, buddy, we're looking for Cherie.
What? No, she doesn't. It's not. It is what fucking god awful time is it? No, she works at night. Come back at night.
No, we're not here to.
Oh yeah, that's what they all say.
Just where is she, pal? We need to talk to her.
I don't know. Probably in her own tent. It's not here working right now. It's check down there.
Down
Ah.
there?
He stands
Okay.
up. He stands up and like, and then walks inside the sort of like the big tent, and then is like, yeah, it's 2 tents down.
2 tents down. Thank you.
Thanks. You sure no one's working right now?
Back off.
Not now, Zerwin.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right. Sorry,
Just
I got a
because
little
you're
buzz.
drunk doesn't mean it's nighttime.
I got a little buzz going. You're right.
A paragon of virtue. That's Zerwin. That's what we always said about him.
So we're looking for Cherie. So we go down 2 tents.
Okay. 2 tents down is a much smaller tent, and it is currently closed. The flaps are all closed. Everything's like looks like little window flaps are down.
I just shake the front flap and I go, hey, like that.
Oh my god. Okay. I hate that so much. All right. Hey. Okay.
Is that in game?
All right. So you hear like a little groan from inside. Lem, is that you?
No, it's not Lem. Is this Cherie's abode?
What the fuck? You hear some shuffling around inside, and then the flap opens like just a couple inches, and this like squinting redhead like peeks out. What were you, and what the fuck are you doing waking me up in the morning? Do you have food with you?
So sorry, Zerwin. Do you have any of the cheese? We have some cheese.
Okay. What do you want? I'm not working right now, okay?
No, that's not. We're not customers.
Although I have never
Not.
been with a dragon man before.
What time do you? Anyways, we're not customers. Zerwin.
What?
Is that a purple-haired dwarf?
Talk to her.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, me. Yes.
Yeah.
Cherie, how you doing?
I'm tired. What is this
You-
about? Why
It's
do you all
about-
have weapons and armor and shit?
We just dress like this.
We're adventurers.
Hmm. The horniest kind. Well, come back later, and I'm happy to take on all of you. I'll give you a group discount.
Jesus, that's a lot of confidence. No, it's Zerwin. Would you explain? Yeah.
Cherie, you recently, I don't know what you call it, but
Fucked a guy?
we're doing some work
Hmm.
with a soldier who was then murdered. I'm sure you've already been talked to by the guards.
I did hear about that. Yeah, they did
Uh,
ask me.
Can you tell us about that night?
I mean, it wasn't any different than any other night. It just so happened that he was the last customer of the evening, and he wanted to be outside. So we went outside. That was it. You know, he paid me. I went home. I had some food and a drink and washed myself and went to bed, just like every other
Where?
night.
So you didn't see anybody else after him or with him?
No, he was with a group of friends. They were all drinking, but you know, he stayed after to be with me. I'm quite worth it, I can assure you.
Well, you're no Minotaur, but
What?
I kind of mum. I nothing. Uh, where outside were you?
Oh, yeah, there's a place out behind the big tent that's kind of nice. There's like some um tall grass that you can sort of like, you know, sneak into and like nobody can see you when you're in there, but like it's sort of like you're being seen. Really turns on the Johns.
Do you use that space exclusively, or do other of your colleagues know about it?
Um, I've never seen anyone else out there. Anyway, I can't go back there now since, you know,
Is
I
that
wouldn't
where?
go
Is
back
that
out there
where?
now.
Is that where they found him murdered?
Not far from there, like maybe 100 yards from where we did it. When I left him, he was fine, by the way.
Gelidus, so one of you spellcasters, like, or maybe Owen, look for detect evil or detect lies or do something with this broad?
Do you want me to just read her mind?
I guess.
I mean, you can all make empathy checks to see if you think she's lying. Otherwise, you have to use magic.
Yeah, I'll see if she's lying. So what is that?
An insight
Insight?
check.
Insight, yeah.
6.
14.
25.
25.
Jana and Geldis, you're sure she's telling the truth. Dirk and Zerwin, you think she's telling the truth.
Yeah, I don't think she knows anything more, guys.
Um, the only other thing I can say is that there are a pair of sisters who aren't part of our guild, the working guild, who I've heard have been taking money and rolling johns.
What are their names and where can we find them?
Tila and Fila, they call themselves. I haven't seen them in a while, but they used to hang out between the working tent and the main doors and catch soldiers who didn't have enough money for the tents.
Okay.
It's worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
We should look for
Uh,
them.
yes. So do you know where they are? Where they live?
I have no idea, but you can ask around. Someone will know. Yeah. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go get some more sleep. Um, you should all come back though later. I think it'll be fun. She winks at you, Dirk. Is it scaly?
That's so wrong that you would ask me that. It was so wrong.
Well, good night. She closes the tent flap.
Maybe.
All right, let's go ask around for.
I make a beeline for that butter churn kid. He was good.
Oh, sadly, he's gone.
Yeah! Spoiled again. We'll never find them now.
Yep, game over.
Is
Sorry, guys.
anybody
Roll new
else?
characters.
Is there anybody else churning butter? nearby.
Can you believe there isn't?
Get... All right. I look for the nearest soldier group because they're always in groups.
Well, except you're not in the actual fortress. You're out in the outskirts right now. So the soldiers are all
They're not-
busy working because Skip just gave them orders. So they're all inside the actual fortress. Now you're outside the actual fortress where the hangers on are. And by the way,
They're
people have started to like catch wind that the soldiers might be packing up, and there's like some conversations happening. Like, are they actually moving? Are they just, what are they doing here?
So can we just ask a rando?
Sure. There's a little girl like skipping down the lanes between the tents. Hey, mister. Are you lost?
Yes, we're trying to find Tila and Thela.
Tila and Fila?
Yes.
Oh, my mommy says I shouldn't talk to them. They're not good people.
Do you know where they are?
No. I've heard they're missing.
Hmm.
I know where the tent is, though.
Yeah, can you point us in the direction of their tent?
No. My mama told me pointing was rude.
Oh, can you take us to their tent? We won't
Sure.
let you, we'll make sure you don't talk to them.
You can follow me, but you have to skip. Like this. And then like this. And then like this. Those are the 3 skips. Can you do those 3 skips? Oh, Dirk is good. Sorry, it doesn't say Dirk. Oh, your lizard guy's good.
Mhm. Mhm.
He's a dragonborn, technically. Not
You're a
wizard.
dragon?
Dragonborn.
I know.
Can you breathe fire?
I can.
What? Tommy!
No!
It is less useful than it sounds.
It's only a little less useful than it sounds.
She puts her head back and screams Tommy at the top of her lungs 3 times until like a slightly older boy, like covered in dirt, picking his nose, walks out from behind one of the tents. What? Shut up! It's a dragon! He can breathe fire! And the boy's like, you can
It's
breathe
true.
fire? Whoa,
I can.
show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me.
Zer, when you said him breathing fire isn't very useful, but the thing is, it doesn't have to be useful to be awesome.
Yeah.
That's literally my motto.
I also didn't say
Quote that one right there. It doesn't have to be useful to be awesome. That's literally my motto. That's mwah. No notes.
Mm.
I didn't say it wasn't awesome. I just said it was not that useful.
You're right, you didn't say
Yeah.
that. I
But you said
shouldn't
it
have
in a way
admonished
that
you. I'm sorry.
it wasn't awesome. Can I breathe fire without like doing a full fire breath? Can I just can I snoosh
Like
a
sneeze.
fire? Yeah, can I just like or do I have to like
Can you what?
can I
Yeah, just you know, like one
Yeah.
of those.
Can I
Come on,
can
Bill,
I
just let him.
just let me just let me
It's for the kids.
it's just a you know?
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Like when you strike a match just enough for there to be a little phosphorus flash, but not so much that the match actually lights.
Oh, Bill knows what a is. He's just
Yeah.
You knew what I meant the first time. You're just playing dumb because you want more. You just want more weird explanations of what I'm saying. Can I just keep this a little bit?
Yeah, sure. You could just a little bit.
All right. No, it's not like that.
Yeah, isn't it though?
No. I turn to Tommy. I say, "Stand back! This is dangerous." and also to the girl so that she's not in the way.
They both go.
And I go like that.
Okay. All right. A small little tongue of flame escapes your mouth, and they both go. Oh, that fucking sucked, Tommy says and walks away. The girl says, I think it was pretty cool. You want
I
to go
say,
see?
"Fuck you, Tommy."
Tommy flips you the finger and throws a rock at you and then runs around behind one of the tents.
How many damage do I take?
None.
Oh,
From a kid? No. In fact, it doesn't even hit you. It just like whizzes by your head.
does it hit Ezra?
Right. Of
Ezra
course.
takes 45 damage and dies. That's
That's I can live through that. I've lived through worse.
so the little girl
I
says,
tur-
I think it was pretty cool. You still want to go
Thanks.
see Fila and Tila's tent?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. My mommy says don't go near there because they're bad people, but kind of sometimes I like sneak up and watch them when they leave in the morning because they seem to have like lots of more stuff with them, but they haven't been here in like 2 or 3 days. I know because I'm always like sneaking around checking. I'm very sneaky.
You seem like a very intelligent
Hell.
sneaker.
I'm very good at it.
Well, let's the three of us skip sneak our way to the tent. Okay.
Yeah. Tommy, though, he's a fucking idiot, okay? He can't sneak
Yeah.
for
Fuck that
shit.
guy. He's the worst.
After a few minutes, you get to the corner, and yeah, there's a tent there, and all of you can make perception checks when you get to the tent. Also, Tommy smells bad, but not as bad as this
11.
tent does.
25.
26.
What does it smell like?
Well, you're about to find out. Ezra and Gelidus, you catch the.
Jana got a 25 as well, and I think Gelidus got a 26.
I rolled a 12.
So the three of you do catch a faint waft of decay or death. Just a tiny, tiny whiff. Just a teeny tiny whiff. You smell that, right? I just smelled it today for the first time.
Yeah, it's not a. You guys smell that too?
Yeah, it smells like a faint waft of decay or death.
Do I smell it now that he said something?
Yeah, Zerwin, do you smell that now?
Yeah, that stinks.
Who's going in first?
I pull my axe out and go in.
It's dark in the tent, but it's also empty in the tent.
I
Well,
have dark vision.
I shouldn't say that. It's not empty, the tent. There's a ton of shit in this tent. But you don't see any people in it.
What can I identify the source of the smell?
Kind
Would
of
that be-
like everywhere around here. You're not sure. Maybe. Who rolled the highest on the perception check?
Gelidus.
Gallus, if you go in, you might be able to get a little better sniffdar.
Sure, I'll go in.
Does seem to be
I mean,
coming.
I yell out to everybody, say there's nothing in here. Nobody in here.
It does seem to be coming from the back corner.
How big is the tent?
6 by 8.
Not a lot
Can you
of
tell where
places
it's
to
coming
hide
from,
in here.
Gladys?
I'm gonna give
Yeah,
that girl a coin and tell her, here, go tell that boy he sucks and that you got money for being helpful.
Yeah!
Good job.
Tommy! She skips away, doing her 3 different skips. In the corner, there's a pile of like clothes and stuff that's been nicked off of soldiers. Boots, a random piece of armor, and like, yeah, it's just a big like 4-foot pile of stuff. Smell seems to be coming from in there.
I'll go back there and start rummaging around.
At the bottom of this pile, there are 2 carpets rolled around 2 bodies. They are pretty clearly Tila and Fila.
Hmm.
Are there
Tila's
any indications of how they may have died?
blunt force trauma to the back of the head.
All right.
No other markings on the body, like little teeth marks or them being inside out.
There's some bruising on several parts of their bodies. They are stripped naked.
Do they have little teeth?
They Dirk's going to go and open the corpses' mouths to examine their teeth. Their teeth are not in great shape, but no, they seem to be of normal size. There are 3 neighboring tents around this tent. This is me preempting your next question. They all have a little space between them.
Is there blood like on the gear, like the nicked gear?
No. In fact, there doesn't seem to be blood anywhere else in this entire tent.
Except
for
on them. How did they die?
something
Blunt force trauma.
powerful smashed them in the back of the head. Hard to say. An object, maybe.
Both of them were hit in the back of the head?
hmm
Galladus, do you want to try to talk to one of them?
We could try. Which one? How about the one on the left? Since we don't know who they are.
Sure.
I will cast Speak with Dead.
Roll me a d20.
Ezra stands back.
$19.
Okay.
You get 10 questions.
5.
1,000 questions.
You don't lose the spell slot.
Okay. Does the spell go off?
It goes off. Oh. Yeah, and it doesn't work. You know why this happens, though, because this has happened before to you all. In fact, it happened before to you all recently.
Somebody already talked to them. Oh.
I can try the other one. Maybe they didn't talk to the other one.
Why tempt fate?
I'll do it. I cast
Oh my
Ezra stands
god.
back.
Do it.
15.
Yeah, same thing. You don't lose a spell slot, but also it doesn't go off.
Hot damn. That's a good run of not using spell slots on things that didn't work.
That's nice.
Okay. I guess we should maybe go ask the neighbors if they heard anything.
Yeah, that
Should we
sounds
do like
good.
an investigation check of the
Bill didn't
room?
say anything about how many tents are next door, though. I was listening. There were 3. Okay. Yeah, let's go ask the neighbors. I'm sorry, Dirk. What did you say?
Can I do an investigation?
Oh
Should
yeah.
I do?
Sure, but you
Might
gotta
as
tell me
well
what you're looking
investigate this
for.
tent.
I'm looking for any signs that the murders happened in the tent.
Okay.
Or any clues as to who may have done it, like objects,
Murder
Any
weapon.
baseball bats.
murder weapons. 20.
Yeah, you're pretty sure that they were not murdered in the tent, but they were like dragged here.
Huh. You guys, they were murdered someone else and dragged here, which is weird.
Probably in the rolled up carpets that they're in now, or carried here in the rolled up carpets that they're in now.
have a feeling those carpets didn't match this room.
They really tied the room together. And the blunt force trauma to the back of the head, you rolled a natural 20 or 20 total?
20 total.
Yeah, you're not sure. Something not too big. Could have been like a stone, maybe. Something hard.
Wasn't
Okay.
a pool noodle.
Definitely not a pool noodle.
It
Unless
was an epic eye roll, Jenna. It's amazing.
they like filled it with
Oh, yeah.
water and then froze it in a freezer.
Was it
And it could
hard?
be a pool noodle.
It was a hard object. Double force trauma. Got it.
Should we
Okay.
ask the neighbors?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so there are 3 tents, and there are, yeah, let's just pick one. The first tent you go to is the flap is open. And you see this guy. Hello?
Wait, isn't that Zerwin?
Hey,
Hello?
are you? What's going on?
Not much. Are you here to buy some supplies?
Maybe. What are you selling?
I have many precious things that you might be interested in. I have bread, hardtack, crackers, but also semi-precious stones and some
Well,
jewelry.
we're actually looking for information.
I can sell you that too.
Did you happen to hear anything coming from your neighbor's tent in the last day or two?
No, sorry. I'm Jarl Jacobson. You are?
I'm Zerwin. These are the spicy oranges.
Oh, it's pleasure. Come in. Please browse my wares. There's like
Can I look?
assorted junk lying around.
Can
Some like
I?
rings and stuff.
Can I look? Can I do a roll to see if there's any like thing that could have been used in the murders? If I see like a blunt force object that may have blood on it.
Yes, there's nothing here with blood on it that you can see.
In the last few days, did you have any interactions with your neighbors,
Which ones?
the ladies next door?
Tila and Fila.
It's been maybe 2 days since I've seen them.
Uh-huh. And did you have any conversations with them? Did they talk about who they might be hanging out with?
Well, I'll tell you. I haven't been real happy with them lately. Tila owes me money.
Oh yeah. What for?
What for?
Well, she bought something from me on credit.
Oh, she bought something from you on credit. That's well, what did she buy? Perhaps we can compensate you.
Some jewelry. Five gold pieces.
I don't think she was wearing any jewelry worth 5 gold pieces. That seems silly.
Can I do like an insight check to see if he's hiding something about them?
Sure.
I'm gonna roll that also.
I rolled a 4 because I'm a
I'm
moron.
gonna spend a sorcery point to re-roll it.
No, he's definitely telling you everything he knows.
21 total.
No, he's definitely hiding something.
Hey, you're hiding something.
Yeah, I am. The best prices on discount
No.
jewelry anywhere
No,
this side of the camp.
No, Batila.
I don't know what you mean.
Either she didn't owe you anything, or you're not being
Oh,
honest
the
about
bitch
what
owed
she
me.
owed you.
Okay? She fucking owed me.
I don't think I like your tone. Or, you know what? While we're at it, the word choice.
Sorry. Right, of course, yeah.
You want to try again? You want to maybe be a little bit more honest with us about what's going on?
When he says that, I just use telepathy to say to this guy, "We will fucking shred you if you don't tell us what you know."
Your voice pops into his head. You need to roll me a d20.
All right. It's a 10. It's not a spell.
It goes off. Sorry. I'm messing with the formatting here of these notes I'm taking. Yeah. I think that's a pretty terrifying effect. All right, what do you want to know? Fuck, what do you want?
What did she owe you?
She
And
took
what
some
have you
fucking
been hiding?
jewelry and I was trading her blowjobs, okay? And she fucking stiffed me and fucked off. So fuck her.
When was the last time you
So
saw them?
2 days ago, and if I see her again, I'm gonna take back my fucking jewelry or she's gonna get a beating. One or the other.
she's dead.
And she was actually beaten to death, so that doesn't look too good for you.
Those are good words.
How do you know she was beaten to death?
Because we just looked at her body.
Not in a weird way, like we found the bodies and saw the blunt force trauma.
Ezra, it wasn't weird until you said it like that.
Sorry,
It was totally fine, and then you said
out
that,
of
and then it
game.
was weird.
Haley's been watching a lot of SVU, so this is where my head's at. We're back in.
This game is this session is infinitely quotable, by the way. You guys have been on
We're
fire
back
tonight.
in. Seeing. Oh, there she is.
Dead?
The culprit.
Mm-hmm.
Dead.
Yeah, dead.
Does she have any jewelry on her?
No, did you hear anything recently?
No.
Can I
No.
do another inside check, see if he's lying?
Sure.
18.
No, you think he's telling the truth here.
All right, last question. Have you noticed any new people around here recently? People of note, anyone in the last 4 or 5 days that just wasn't part of the normal working of things?
Yeah, I'm looking at 5 of them right now.
But we
That's
just got
fucking
here
funny.
today, like before today.
No?
New, but before today.
No. He says no.
Ow. If you find a pair of emerald earrings,
I
those are
telepath
mine.
to him again. I go, "You're not getting your shit back."
Those are my earrings, though, is the thing.
Sounds like you gave them away.
No, I sold them, and I wasn't
For
paid.
blowjob.
Yeah. So?
How does a man prove with a receipt he did not receive payment?
It's a fucking receipt.
They had receipts.
Was there anything special about the earrings?
Yeah, they're worth like 30 gold.
Each or together?
Each.
You gave
Yeah,
those
alright.
for one blowjob?
No, it was
Listen-
supposed to be blowjobs for the whole month.
Oh.
I don't want to be in a tent with this guy anymore.
Yeah, I'm done with this. I feel filthy.
You guys want to buy some jewelry?
Definitely.
Bye.
Are we still in the Feywild? Like
Jarl
I could punch
Jacobson.
this guy and it wouldn't be illegal, right? Because we're not in the Empire right now.
All right, let's go to the next tent.
The next tent in it has in it a young woman, and I did not find a photo that I liked or picture that I liked.
Just put
Um,
up Jarl again. We all really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
she's she's currently knitting something, and she has a veil over the bottom half of her face, and she's kind of small and frail and has long straight hair, so she doesn't have a hood, but she has like a veil over the bottom part of her face. Hello.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, we had a couple questions about your neighbors, Tila and Fila.
Yes. They're
Did you ever
not
have,
nice people.
how so?
Well, they get the soldiers really drunk and then steal from them.
Did you ever confront her about it?
No, no. If there's two of them, they'd probably beat me to death. They're not nice people.
When was the last time you saw them?
That's a good question. 2 days ago.
Were they with anybody that day?
I don't stay up late at night, but no, they were just with each other during the daytime when I saw them. They slept in like they always do. It was afternoon, late afternoon, if I remember correctly. I was bringing in wool, and I saw them coming out of their tent. Would you like to buy a blanket? They make very good saddle blankets.
How much are they?
3 gold.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll take one.
Sure, I'll take one too. Why do you wear the veil?
I have some pretty bad scarring.
What from, if you don't mind me asking?
I had a bad childhood.
A bad childhood.
How'd you end
Yes.
up with
She
the army?
she lifts part of the veil, and you can see that there's like some really nasty scarring on the bottom of her jaw.
Does it look like burns or?
No, it's like blades, probably.
Mm.
Does she look? She doesn't look like a woman who would be strong enough to bash someone's head in.
She definitely does not.
Can I just do a quick investigation check, like see if there's any weapon-like things in here that might have blood on it or could have been used in the murders?
Sure. God, I didn't do enough research for this. What is even in a like wool weaving tent?
I rolled a 2, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
A spinning wheel. 1 Rumpelstiltskin.
Do you want me to tell you?
No, because he rolled a 2, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
All the normal objects that would be in this tent, none of them are covered with blood.
Okay, so you haven't noticed anybody, like any non-soldiers that have been going in and out of their tent, even during the day?
No, during the day it's very quiet. Gets a little noisy at nighttime, but sometimes they wake me up in the night and I hear them. But
Doing what?
Were
you
they
know what they're
especially
doing.
loud in the
Sometimes.
last couple of nights? Were they?
No, the past couple nights it's been dead silent. No
What do
noise
you
at
think
all.
about Jarl Jakobsen?
I try not to think about Jarl at all.
What do you think about their neighbor on the other side?
I try to think about him even less,
Why is that?
because he's terrifying.
Hmm.
In what way?
He reminds me of the person that did this to my face.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. By the way, I think the army's going to be moving soon. So, you may
Oh.
want to start.
That's great. That means next time I sit down, I won't have to be where I am now between these people.
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna go to the third tent?
Yep.
I'm gonna hang back and just say, is the person who did that to you still around anywhere?
No.
Okay. If you think of anyone you need us to talk to, just let us know.
Thank you. All right, the third tent. It's dark inside and there's no movement.
Ezra strolls right in.
Okay. Ezra's pulling a Gelidus here, huh?
Hey, there's a stream to watch.
In the back corner of the room, there is a man sitting in the shadows. He's holding a loaded crossbow and pointing it, a double crossbow, and pointing it at you. Fuck you want?
We're hoping to ask you a few questions.
I'm hoping you turn on fuck off before I put this bolt in your forehead.
What's with the attitude?
You walked into my tent, shitbag.
It was dark in here. I couldn't see anybody.
Fuck you. Get out.
If I back up, will you answer a few questions?
Maybe.
All right, I'll bite. Ezra backs up out of the tent. What do you think about your neighbors, Tila and other name?
Tila.
That's not their real fucking names.
Really?
No.
How do you know?
Because I know them since they were kids. They were shitty little brats, too.
What were their real names?
Kina. Marie.
Do you know what happened to them?
You gotta be more specific.
Like as
Do you
kids.
know who killed them?
I mean, that
Two
eventually,
different
but
directions, but
I don't know that they're dead.
No. They're dead. Somebody killed them. Do you know why they might be dead?
My guess is they whored and robbed the wrong fucking person, and they got what they deserved.
I'm gonna insight check him while he's saying this. Go to 15.
Think he's telling the truth?
how long you been a soldier?
I'm not a fucking soldier.
Okay. How long you been here? Part of this legion?
I'm not part of the Legion either.
What
How
are you
long have
doing
you
here?
been following them around like a fucking eel?
Do eels follow things?
Yeah, more, you know, a little more maybe. I don't know.
All right, sorry. Back on track. Dialed in.
I don't owe you any fucking answers. I just answered all your questions about the fucking thing you came here to ask me about. What do you care how long I've been following the Legion around for?
I'm just
Just
trying to
hoping to
learn a
get
little
you.
bit of information.
Look, there's
Yeah.
5 of you, and I only have 2 bolts. So the truth is, you could probably kill me. But I'm gonna take one of you down with me, and it's gonna be the first fucking one. So unless you have anything else you want to pay me for, Fuck off.
No. Your neighbors are dead.
Says you.
Do you
Do
want
you
to
want
go
to come
look?
next door and look with us?
Nope. I don't give a fuck about those stupid whores.
All right. Your neighbors are dead. You've been very hostile towards them in this little conversation that we're having. You've also
Yeah, they
made
deserved
it
it,
very
honestly.
clear that you have two bolts. Now, you may not have a whole lot of respect for our ability to do what we do, but we do really horrible shit to horrible people. And if we want to come back, we won't just kill you, we will burn you. And then we will kill you. And then we'll wake you up again. And then we'll kill you again. So, do you have anything else that we should know about your neighbors?
Like maybe did you see him leave with anybody a few days ago?
Two days ago, they left their tent. I haven't seen them since.
Did you see or hear them leave with anybody?
No, they were alone. But
Go on.
both Jarl and the girl were awake and outside when it happened.
The girl being their other neighbor.
Yeah.
Can you tell us which way they went?
Not really. I was in
Okay.
here. I heard them leaving. After they left, I looked outside. I saw both Jarl and the girl.
What were they doing? Just standing there?
No, Jarl was trying to fucking hit on the girl with the veil.
What was the girl doing?
She was trying to get away from him. She went back inside. But yeah,
Anyone else have any questions?
What do you think about Jarl?
I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire.
It's good enough for me. Hey, sorry about the trouble. Thanks.
Have a lovely day.
Should we huddle up real quick?
Probably.
Sure.
What do you guys think?
I mean, that Jarl guy seems like a real scumbag, but he has at least a little bit of an alibi in that he was talking to somebody else.
Well, let's not forget, we're really here to investigate the murders of the soldiers who were being
Yeah,
inside
this is
out.
like a little aside.
I
But
do get the
would
weird feeling that this is the key.
well, it would make sense that it's one of these three people because they knew when Tila and Thila had men come over.
And none of them liked him.
Yeah.
Jarl had the mostest motive, or the closest thing to a real motive.
Oh, to turn soldiers inside out or just to kill these two?
Kill these two.
Kill these
Sorry.
two.
But whoever killed them is likely the person who is turning soldiers inside out. So which one would be more
Do we
likely
think so?
that?
Do we
Yeah.
think it's the same entity?
I don't know who else would know to follow these two if they're the common denominator.
The
Although,
soldiers they also mentioned the soldiers were also beaten.
Hmm. I think if nothing else, they definitely have information or something. They have some sort of connection that will lead us the way, or
well,
their death will point us the direction.
can we go back over towards their tents and see if Jana's necklace starts glowing?
Good thinking. Oh well.
Um, yeah, sure. Um, in fact, it does.
You guys.
Can we tell which tent? Or is it just like when we're standing in between them it glows?
Can I play hot or cold? With
Kind
the
of,
tent?
it's kind of binary. Either you're within
Mm.
range of something and it picks it up, or it doesn't.
Alright. Can I search their tent again for anything that might have caused the necklace to glow? Or for a pair of emerald earrings?
Sure. It was probably Colonel Mustard. You're right.
Well, Jesus.
Well, the other thing we could do is like walk away from the tents in one direction. Right? And like see how many paces it takes before the necklace turns off, and then walk in a different direction where we would be, closer to one of the other tents. Let's see
Do
how long
we
it takes to turn off so we can pinpoint which tent is demonic or devilish.
Yeah, I mean, do we see drag
Triangulation.
marks on the
Hold on.
ground?
Hold on one second, Jenna. What'd you roll on your look?
12.
Yeah, nothing. Okay, sorry, Ezra. Go ahead.
Do we see any drag marks on the ground leading into the tent? Now that we know that they were dragged there from elsewhere.
Um,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What were they rolled up in?
Rugs.
rugs, carpets.
Rugs.
Who's got a fucking carpet out here?
Marta.
Who does have carpets out here?
Or maybe who doesn't have carpets in their tents if other people do? Wouldn't the weaver make carpets or have carpets?
Maybe all three of them work together because these people suck.
Hmm.
Yeah, the weaver
See,
probably has rugs or carpets
see that
or
dice bag?
shawls or tapestries.
I mean, we've got one guy saying he's got 2 bolts. We've got another guy next door with motive because of emerald things. And we've got the other neighbor who could have rugs. So it could have just been the 3 of them working together if they were lying about not liking each other.
Well, and at least one of them is a devil.
The amulet lit up.
Yeah.
Yes.
That.
Hey, should we have Owen do that thing?
Detect evil.
Yeah, let's have Owen do that thing. Hey, Owen, you've been quiet today. Can you do this thing?
Yeah, where do you want him to do it?
How does it work? Can he directionally tell?
It's a radius, and it will tell him if there are any fiends or undead or fae.
It
With
just
it,
tells him
And
if there's somebody's in it. It doesn't say like
well, no,
where.
he can he can look and be like, oh, that person's undead, or that person's a fae.
All right. Can we?
Supposing he can see them.
And how long does the like if he moves, does the radius move with him?
I don't know. Somebody look up the
I think-
ability.
Working on it.
Like he couldn't just like pop his head into each tent.
I think it lasts at least a minute, but let's find out. What's the name of the ability?
Detect
Channel.
evil.
Because he knew that the fiends were there before he could see them.
My D&D
He
Beyond
didn't,
is frozen. Sorry, go ahead.
he didn't have to see the fiends to know that they were there. Because he saw them before they ambushed us.
I thought it wasn't a spell. I thought it was an ability, but it looks like it's a spell. Yeah, detect evil and good. Within 30 feet of you for
Well,
the duration. The duration is 10 minutes.
he has divine sense. So, yeah. The presence of strong evil registers in your senses like a noxious odor, a powerful good rings like heavenly music. But then he also has
So it lasts about 6 seconds. That one lasts 6 seconds. He has detect evil and good also.
detect evil and good. Yep. All right, so you want to do it?
Yeah.
But if he has to like poke his head into each tent, right? That's what we need him to do.
We could just ask the 3 of them to come out of their tents.
Guy with the crossbow might tell us to go fuck ourselves.
As long as 2 of them come out.
Strong probability of that.
As long as 2 of them, honestly, like even if one of them comes out. But if we can get 2 out, that should be enough because process of elimination.
Yep. Gotcha.
Okay, so what you doing? What you doing?
Jarl and the Weaver, can you 2 come out here, please?
Subtle.
Jarl comes out.
Did you want me to be subtle?
Yeah. Did you find the earrings?
We're hoping to do that right now. Did anyone catch the Weaver's name?
You didn't ask.
We didn't get it.
You're right. That does sound like something I would do. Forget to ask. Ezra goes over and knocks on the Weaver's tent.
I don't know how you knock on a tent, but anyway.
And knock, knock.
But you take the first slap and you go, hey. That's how you knock.
That works. Yep. Just like that.
There's no answer.
Ezra opens the flap.
There's no one inside.
Uh-oh. Janet, can you come here for a minute?
Yeah.
Do
All right.
you, and Dirk too. You 2 are the closest thing to tracking experts we have. Can you check and see if there are any like footprints leaving and going anywhere?
Couple
Yeah.
days old, but I can try.
You're
Oh,
a couple days old.
Dirk's 2 days old, but he can look for prints, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate the tent?
Yeah. Or Dirk, you're gonna investigate for prints?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see your rolls.
Is it just an investigation for me? It's not like I don't think I have a terrible investigation.
Survival would be
Are you
find a
doing
trail.
Yeah.
I don't know if this
Survival?
counts as finding a trail.
Yeah, survival.
22.
Okay. There is a fresh set of footprints leading away.
Fresh set, leading away.
Jana, what'd you roll?
I got distracted.
It's my favorite roll.
9.
Womp womp. All right, we gotta wrap this up here, guys. So, you want to follow the trail?
I mean, let's split the party. Gelidus, Zerwin, Owen, can you guys search the tent to see if you find anything that maybe could be used to inflict blunt force trauma?
There's nothing
And
in the
then
tent. You already searched the tent.
I,
Or you
I
guys
thought we didn't
scanned the
go into
tent.
this tent. No, the Weaver's tent.
Yeah, while you were
did.
in there, you asked to scan the tent.
Oh, I guess I didn't realize she let us in. Okay. All right, then let's all follow these fresh set of tracks.
Okay. They lead out of the camp, actually,
Of course they do.
towards the like small copse of trees.
In we go.
Once you
The next
enter
room.
the small copse of trees, it gets real dark inside the small copse of trees. And there is, standing in the middle of the small copse of trees, the little weaver girl. Only she doesn't look the same anymore.
No.
She looks like this. I'm so hungry.
Cool.
And that's where we'll end today.
Oh, I'm amped about this.
Why?
You totally let her read your book, didn't you, Ezra?
Can't wait to
You're-
use that crossbow I don't have.
You're amped about that?
It's Halloween, man. Get on my level.
Serious Coraline vibes.
Okay, so that's where we'll end for tonight. Everyone did excellently tonight. And first thing I'm going to do is ask you all to give Danger Awesome points to each other. I'm also going to ask the crowd to vote on the player they thought was the most dangerous and/or awesome. You just type the player's name in chat right now. And I'll award the Danger Awesome point. And then I will give away this amazing bag of dice with a Dagron on it. And also it has dice inside.
Dirk, can I have mine for the of flame? Very fun.
Thank you kindly.
Zerwin gets mine for taking the lead and then also restraining himself multiple times.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Yeah, Zerwin gets mine too.
I'll give mine to Ezra.
Thanks, man. No reason?
I'm giving mine to Jana for trying to befriend the demon weaver and not noticing her necklace was glowing while she stayed behind and was
Thank you.
yeah. You're welcome.
Just kicking it.
Yeah, you all did excellently tonight. So we've got 2 votes from the crowd, 1 for Dirk and 1 for Ezra. We're going to need a tiebreaker. Someone else is probably going to vote for Zerwin, Gullis, or Jana. But while I resolve that,
We got a second for Dirk.
we have 2 for Dirk.
Thank you,
no!
Yokai.
Give yourself an extra Danger Awesome point, Dirk. I'm going to give one, since Dirk's already had several tonight, I'm going to give one to Ezra.
Okay, thanks.
For numerous reasons, not the least of which being you really do try to keep us all on track. And I, as the game runner, I appreciate it. All right, now, if you want this bag of dice, please type dice in chat, friends. So that
Did
I
you
can...
show us the dice inside, or is this some sort of mystery box situation?
Several times, actually, I've held one of the dice. Would you like to see another one of the die?
I haven't been paying very close attention because they're purple.
No, they're blue.
I gotta get this display checked.
All right, so I see Snake Eyes, the Yokai, Mormon Disc Ball, Panzerborn. Anyone else? I have 4 dice rafflers. Anybody else want dice tonight? I will wait 30 more seconds before I give out this bag of dice. Last call for dice raffling. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let the dice decide who wins them. I'm gonna give Snake Eyes, you're gonna be 1 and 2. The Yokai, you're gonna be 3 and 4. Mormon, you're gonna be 5 and 6. And Parenzborn, you're gonna be 7 or 8. I'm gonna roll a d8 from the bag and let it decide on its own. And the winner is the Yokai. How do you say that? The Yokai Watcher 87?
I think we've had this conversation before because yokai, I think, is one of the little monsters from Fallout. Does this sound more familiar to you that we've had this conversation before?
Congratulations.
Mm.
Yokai Watcher. Yeah. Congratulations, Yokai Watcher. And for those of you who didn't win tonight, don't worry. I have many others here to give away. And also this time, and I don't know why, they sent me free stickers. Dagron stickers. Who doesn't want some nice Dagron stickers? So I got more stuff to give away. But yeah, we're gonna call it there. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Thanks for watching.
Have a good night, y'all. Oh, I gotta turn the stream off.
Thanks,
Have a
everyone.
good night, y'all.
Thanks, everybody.